Ola. So we've been talking about digital transformation for a while, right? What were enterprise goals then, and where are they today?
So I did name this session Digital Transformation. Is it still happening? Where are we in that journey we started 7-10 years ago? And there's a lot of research coming up recently, especially past the pandemic, past the ransomware attacks, past the turmoil that the world was in the last 3-4 years. So this is some analysis that I've been doing myself, supported by the points that came from research and surveys that were done by multiple survey bodies, Gartner, IDC, and others. So there's many reasons for digital transformation, but what we learned, it started with improving the operational efficiencies and cost reduction. So this is obviously goes across business channels in the order of priority. The most important is customer interaction, which kind of obvious, right? Because it's a very impactful one when it comes to improving the customer experience, offering multiple options to connect with the business, flexibility, and also reliability of these connections. Well, if you think about the interaction is not necessarily B2C, it's also B2B, because we have third parties, partners, vendors, contractors. That makes the digitally savvy businesses more attractive to those third parties that they interact with, better competitive standing. It's easier to measure also what works and what doesn't across all these channels. And the interaction, the customer interaction, always follows by the sales and marketing priorities, and it's kind of connected, right? If I know how to tune my sales and marketing strategies to what customer expects, what my partners are expecting, what my other channels are expecting, then I have a perfect alignment of my digital transformation journey. And the important part of it, if it's not supported by the back end operation efficiencies, then I can't execute on the front end what is not working on the back end. So I cannot be lagging behind in any of those aspects. But again, we always have to think what comes first, which is the customer and the third party, and then bubbles down into the other channels. And that's how we create the alignment. Well, this is how we started. And then the pandemic, that was the first major event over the course of, I don't remember how many, probably in my entire career, I haven't really experienced something so dramatic and so impactful on every single aspect of our lives, personal and business as well. So within the first months, we already had to change so many things, especially the remote workforce. Then we experienced the disruptions to the supply chain that made our back-end processes that were not agile to become more agile. All of a sudden, we discovered that personal interactions are a thing of the past, and we have to figure out how to keep engaged with all the third parties, including the customers, including the partners. So we had to modify our sales and marketing practices accordingly. So this is also about not just the facts, what we had to do like literally next day, but also how ready we were to implement these changes. I had a customer that says, I never even envisioned that my trading floor, it's a bank, will move away because the law says the traders have to be inside the building, and all of a sudden they're outside of the building. What does it mean for me? What kind of changes I have to make, and etc. The second event, which is unfortunately is still ongoing. By the way, unfortunately for the people experiencing it, fortunately for people for working in this industry, because that's also a job security. So everything has two faces, right? Because the positive and the negative. So the ransomware, the cyber attacks, that was the first time we really realized that security cannot be the afterthought. And it has to be the building block of how we digitalize our businesses. And awkwardly enough, as we know, the more you expose yourself to the outside world, the more you have the risks of data loss, reputation loss, business interruptions, especially because the security infrastructure was never updated as fast as the digital